they speak as of the world, and the world hears them. They are of the world. So, of God, not of God, and not of God. We are not of God, we are of the world, And who is the ruler of the world? The ruler of the world is devil. So the Antichrist, the devil is the ruler of that, the prince of the world. And we should test, in verse 1 we read, we should test every spirit whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. Test every spirit whether it is of God. There are many false teachers, and when they are teaching something, when we hear something from their books or their messages, listen and test whether it is of God. Then another word that comes here is confess or believe. I just want to, in these 6 verses, you look at 4 words coming there. One is testing. Then there is another word coming, listening. Confessing or believing. Confessing or believing. Then there is another word coming, verse 4. So in verse 4, what do you read? You are of God, little children, and we have overcome them, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. That means we have to recognize who we are. We have to test the spirits. Then we have to believe that Jesus is the Son of God. That comes in verse 3, 2 and 3. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that does not confess that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is not of God. So what do we believe? What do we confess? If we confess that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh, then we can be bold, or we can be sure that we are of God, and that faith comes in our mind. And third thing I mentioned was we should recognize who we are. Look at verse 4 there. 2-3 qualities given there for us. You are of God, little children, and have overcome them. We have overcome them. Then comes what? And he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. Overcome is a very beautiful word that comes in the Bible many times. Overcome. We are overcome whom? We have overcome what? Our enemies. We have overcome the world. Naam logate endirikkunnu. Jayichirikkunnu. What is the reason? Because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. ലോകത്തിൽ ഉള്ളവനേക്കാൾ നമ്മിൽ ഉള്ള പരിശുദ്ധാത്മാവ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മിലുള്ള ക്രിസ്തു, the God who is in us, he is greater than he who is in the world. അങ്ങനെ we have overcomer അല്ലേ, ഓവർകം ചെയ്യുക, ജയിക്കുക എന്നൊക്കെ വാക്ക് നമുക്കറിയാമല്ലോ. In the book of Revelation chapter 2 and 3, you can later read those 2 chapters. There are the letters to the 7 churches, and all the 7 letters close by saying this phrase. What is that phrase? He who overcomes. ജയിക്കുന്നവന് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാണ് ആ വാക്ക് കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. So we are overcomers. If we are winners and getting victory, that is called overcomers. We are overcomers. And not only overcomers, we are conquerors also. We are conquerors. We have conquered the world. To overcome the world means the world is under our foot. The ruler of the world cannot do anything on us. We have defeated the king of the prince of the world, and we are overcomers, and we are conquerors. And Romans 8:37, we read one more beautiful word there. We are not only conquerors, we are more than conquerors. We are more than conquerors. Conquer ചെയ്യുക, വിക്ടറി എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഇവിടെ കൊടുത്തേക്കുന്ന ഗ്രീക്ക് വാക്കെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നിക്കാവോ നീക്കുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തിക്കാണ് വിക്ടർ ഓർ കോൺകറർ, ഓവർകമ്മിങ് ദ പീപ്പിൾ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ മീനിങ് ഓഫ് നിക്കോലാവോസ്. സോ വി ആർ മോർ ദാൻ കോൺകറേഴ്സ്. വി ആർ ഹൂപ്പർ നിക്കാവോ, ആ വാക്കാണ് കൊടുത്തേക്കുന്നത് റോമൻസ് 8:37.